Every year, Ted, we have hundreds of people that are injured or killed in crashes involving red light violations. So it's very important that you exercise a little bit of patience when you're approaching those red lights. We know how you get caught at the yellow light and you think you're going to make it, but a lot of times that's where accidents happen. So we got to make sure we're taking that extra time to make sure we can stop for that light when it gets ready to change on you. Or even when the light changes green, that you're taking your extra time to make sure that your path of travel is going to be clear before you proceed through that green light.
What do you recommend? At least when it turns green, to take a quick look both ways to make sure that the cars are stopped?
Yeah, that's correct. Every time you get to that red light, even if it's, you're going to make a right-hand turn on red, and just so the listeners know, the code actually changed a couple of years ago for where now if you have a red arrow, you can no longer make a right-hand turn even after a complete stop if the arrow is red. Now, if the red is a solid circle, unless otherwise posted, once you come to a complete stop and your path of travel is going to be safe, then you can make that right-hand turn on red unless otherwise posted. But, yeah, it's very important that you take a few extra seconds, even after the light changes from red to green, just to do that quick peek to make sure that there's no other traffic coming. If you take just a couple of extra seconds to make sure that somebody else didn't run the red light while you have the green, we avoid a lot of collisions that way. Traffic is getting worse across the nation as we get more and more drivers on the roadways, and the infrastructure is trying to keep up with making sure that people can travel safely on the roadways. So, yeah, red light violations are getting up there just as bad as distracted driving because we all have places we got to get to and places we want to be. We got to exercise that extra patience when we're making sure we're approaching those red lights and making sure that we're able to stop safely. That stop bar that's there, if you're behind that stop bar when that light is going to change to red, then you're required to stop by code. And we hear it all the time where people think that they're going to get rear-ended if they stop all of a sudden. But if you're going the speed limit and you're driving the way you're supposed to and you take that extra time to make sure that you're able to stop for that quick change from green to yellow and then from yellow to red, if you're beyond that stop bar before that light turns red, then it's generally safe to say you're going to make it through that light. But if you're behind that stop bar, that's at just about every intersection here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, if you're behind that stop bar and you're not going to clear that stop bar before the light turns red, it's generally a good idea to make sure you stop safely.
It's not worth putting your life in danger or getting a ticket.
Exactly. Come to a complete stop and take those few extra seconds to look both ways before you proceed through that intersection if lawfully allowed to do so.